What's happening, Ninbuzz viewers? Welcome back to another episode of Challenger Approaching. I'm your host, Abdallah, and let's take a look at last week's winner. In our last challenge, we took on Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword heart-stopping rickety coaster. Our winner was the YouTuber named Mhave with an outstanding score of 59.59, under a minute. So let's look into it as he perfectly takes these awesome corners. He leans into it well before the corner even turns because he's memorized the path. So taking a look at it, he's maximizing on those speed boosts, jumping all the way across, not losing too much speed on the actual jump there. If you guys remember my video, I said that the only way to actually beat the time in under a minute was to memorize every single turn, go the correct path, and somehow find a way to not lose too much time on the jumps, considering the fact there's three jumps in the entire level. So, taking a look at it, he mastered those turns very well. He's leaning into him, not even worried about the cart leaning over at all. He just kind of plows right on through it. Amazing. Good job, Mhave. Here we go. The last two jumps, 1 and 2. Kind of slows down a little bit, but still makes it underneath there in 59.59. Wow. Amazing. If you haven't already, click on his link in the description of this video and congratulate him on doing such a great job with the Zelda challenge. Heck, why not even subscribe to him to give him the spotlight he deserves? Let's move on to this week's challenge. Jumping from the Wii to the brand new Wii U, it's Nintendo Land. The game is set in a carnival or theme park atmosphere, which is intended to serve as the main demonstration of the functionality of the Wii U, along with the Wii U gamepad. Kind of like how Wii Sports first came out and demonstrated the Wii Remote functionality. Nonetheless, the Nintendo Land features 12 different minigames based on various Nintendo franchises. You got Mario Chase, Luigi's Ghost Mansion, Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda. There's a whole bunch of good stuff in this game. But for today's challenge, and for continuity in this week, because it's been in the news, we're going straight over here to Captain Falcon's Twister Race. Yeah, this one's one of the one-player challenges, which is, it's based on the Nintendo's futuristic racing game called F-Zero. So without further ado, let's do it! Falcon Punch! Okay, so ultimately, what you have to do in this one is you have to hold the gamepad vertically, and the gyroscope is used to steer the vehicle. So you've got to kind of tilt it left and right. So on the TV, you get a third-person view of the track, while the gamepad, if you look at it, you get a top-down aerial view, which is a little bit more strategic. So you can kind of see where all the boost panels are and all the different hidden things in case you go underneath one of the bridges. But if you take a look over here, the first area is pretty simple. All you gotta do is make sure that you know where the boost panels are at and, hit them all. The turns aren't that tight, so make sure you get the bigger boost, not the smaller ones. Okay, first one was done pretty easily. Okay, now the second one gets a little trickier. There's some whirlwind spots, and you can see them really blatantly on the gamepad if your guys are focusing on the gamepad. But if you do a quick, like a jerk reaction kind of turn, you'll be able to kind of power slide around the corner. I'm not sure if you actually get a boost from it, but it's a way to make sure that you don't lose speed whenever you actually hit a turn or one of the walls. Alright, so we're moving right here on the third area. It gets a little bit more trickier because it adds the obstacles of the little spike balls on the floor. So you want to watch out for those. You can see the patch on the gamepad. So pretty much memorize where they're at and you should be golden. Just kind of weaving in and out, kind of snaking, yeah. Just like actual F-Zero, if you guys played that F-Zero GX or the arcade version that's supposedly on the actual disc. Alright, so here we go. This is the final area. Now, what you have to do is over here, you have to make sure that you're going nice and straight when you go on those aerial panels, because if you're tilted anyway, and you might actually fly off the course and actually die. So, know where the boost panels are at, and that's pretty much all the advice that I can give you. Just make sure your turns are nice and tight. Anyway, we're doing a barrel roll, and we're making it straight over here on the last boost panel for the finish. Okay, that is pretty much it. Add up all of your scores of Area 1, 2, 3, and 4. My score was 2502, so show your moves and submit a video response. I wanted to give a special shout out to each 161 of you guys who Falcon clicked that like button on last week's episode. Way to go. Let's see if we can hit 200 likes for this episode. I know you guys love those Captain Falcon puns. Anyway, as always, if you don't have the game, feel free to comment on which games you'd like to see me challenge you guys on in the future. And I'm really interested in playing more Nintendo Land, so if you guys have any specifics on that, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to Ninbuzz and follow them on Twitter. If you guys enjoyed my narration of this episode, why not swing on by my channel and check out my latest LP of Fire Emblem Awakening for 3DS. The storyline, the graphics, and the gameplay are all amazing, and if you'd like to check out my daily uploads, subscribe to join the Abdallah Nation. Until next week, you guys have been challenged.